Right, hello everybody, welcome to Cole's Place. My name's Colin, great to have you along and thanks for tuning in to another video. This one, it's a second in the series of Ask Me Anything. First of all, I'll show you where I am. I'm in the beautiful town of Callao Savaje on the coast of Costa Adeje in Tenerife. What a view, check that out, beautiful morning. What a great view. The temperature, according to my finger and the thing on my phone, is about 23 degrees. It's a beautiful morning. Anyway, without further ado, time to introduce my next victim, guest. Yes, it's Mr. Timothy Dowd, husband to Christine and pioneer of such fantastic vlogs as Meet Up Monday, on a Wednesday, Balcony Banter, and finally on his channel, Timothy Dowd, Freaky Friday, where basically it's him having fun in the pub. Yeah, he's a legend and he's got a few stories to tell. It's Mr. Timothy Dowd. Okay, so Tim, first question, just to sort of put it in some sort of context. Most of my subscribers are what I call Tenerife folk. Yeah. Basically people I've inherited from likes of yourself and the other vloggers. But living in Bournemouth, as I do, not in Tenerife, I've also got a lot of followers who are UK based. Never been to Tenerife. Don't know why I come here and they don't know who you guys are. So first question is, who are you?
Who am I? Well, personally, I'm a magician, vlogger, husband and superstar.
yeah, you're all
and
that.
Father, of course. Father's Day yesterday here in Spain.
Was it? It was Mother's Day back home.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So you know that in England, Mother's Day is 9 months after Father's Day.
Oh, right, okay. You learn something new every day. There we go.
There we go.
Right, see you.
Go get all my body in. Who am I? My name's Timothy Dowd. I was born in England, but I've lived all over the place. I lived in Germany a long time.
Yeah.
I lived in America. I've lived and worked in China and Singapore and Malaysia, but they were all at the same time around about.
Yeah.
And my wife's got MS, that's why it's living with MS in Tenerife, and she wanted to spend the end days, if you like, so the end of our lives on a beautiful island with sun all year round.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
So you just made a brief reference there to Living with MS. That's your channel, which I'll put a link down, so we'll talk about that more in a bit. But you basically, you're a vlogger. Your channel is called Live with MS in Tenerife. And that's how I've come to know you, basically, isn't it, through that?
Well, because a lot of people, because Christina doesn't come on the vlogs that much anymore, I changed the name now to Timothy Dowd, and then LWMST, which is like the logo. Okay,
fair enough. All right, so basically, this series that I'm doing, Ask Me Anything, I'm picking, as some people have said, victims, and it's just a few short questions where I can literally ask you anything.
Okay.
Okay, it's not one where we want to sort of call people or there's no sort of anything like that. It's just a bit of fun. Some of the questions might be a little bit personal.
I don't mind.
Not too, but you're quite an open book anyway, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Yeah. And all I'm asking is that you give us honest and open, candid answers. You don't have to answer anything if you don't want to, but you can say what you want.
Perfect.
How's that sound?
No swearing.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. All right, Tim, so I'm going to go straight, I don't know where we're going here.
Straight down.
Your way, straight down. Okay, so I'm going to go straight with a heavy one. Do you believe in God?
No.
Why not?
That's the wrong question.
Why is that?
Well, because it's like saying you're a non-smoker.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're not a non-smoker. I'm a non-heroin addict.
Yeah.
Yeah? You can't tell people what you're not.
Okay.
So basically for me, God is a construct.
Yeah.
And people believe in God.
Yeah.
So you don't have to believe in stuff that actually exists because it's there, right?
Yeah.
So anything you believe in, basically just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have to believe in it. And so therefore, I just decide not to. I look at it this way. I think that you would never come up with one of the gods.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yeah.
You've always got to be told.
Yeah, of course.
So basically, do you believe in infectious laughter?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah,
right.
There is.
So infection is not a bad thing.
No.
Infectious laughter means like somebody does it and somebody else does it afterwards and you're infected.
Yeah.
I think religion's the same.
Yeah.
So I'm not infected.
It's something we, if you like, inherit a little bit from other people's beliefs.
Right, we're going to walk round this way.
Going that way. So you don't believe there is a God of any sort at all?
No.
Okay. That's a good answer.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I knew you'd come out with something like that. Okay. Fair enough. Next question. On your channel,
Yeah.
you sort of do 3 lives a week. Your Friday one I want to go to in particular. Oh, we're going that way?
Yep.
That way. Your Friday one I want to go to in particular. You do 3 lives. Each one's got a sort of a theme to it. You know, the Friday one is basically you relaxing for the weekend. That's how it comes across as a viewer.
Yep.
You know, you've done your hard work in the week.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, that's it. And you say, it's me going for a couple of drinks in the pub, and it's really great fun. Okay, so obviously you like a drink. My question is, throughout your life, what's the thing you've done when you've been drunk that you're most ashamed of?
Ashamed of?
Yeah.
I'll have to answer that in a roundabout way.
Yeah, go, yeah. As roundabout as you want to be.
Probably,
That way we go?
yeah. Probably the one I didn't remember doing.
You allowed to tell us?
No, I don't remember doing it. So,
Oh.
I mean, that's well,
What-
I can't be ashamed if I don't remember doing it.
What were you told that you'd done?
I woke up one night in an Indian restaurant in Shotton,
Yeah.
paying for a meal for me and 3 lads that I didn't know.
That's nothing to be ashamed of.
Well, I'm not ashamed of anything, to say the truth, but
No.
I thought I'd give you a story.
Yeah. That's more of a regret. You forked out.
I regret not remembering eating the meal.
Yeah. Would you describe yourself as a socialist?
Definitely.
Why?
Because I think that socialism, in the way that I believe in socialism,
Yeah.
is the only way to go.
Yeah.
For the simple reason that capitalism has built a lot of stuff and provided a lot of stuff to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But we're at the stage now where we have to make sure that everybody has enough before you gorge yourself
Yeah.
on your millions. So I think that socialism needs to change,
Yeah.
capitalism needs to change, and we need to come up with something new.
Yeah.
But because there isn't something new and I can't invent it, I suppose I could, but I don't know. I don't have the time to push it, right?
Yeah.
But we need now some sort of going to religion. We need a messiah
Yeah. Yeah.
that sort of says, "Hey guys, it wasn't working," you know.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Do you think that'll ever happen?
It'll have to happen. There'll be a tipping point at one point.
Do you think it'll ever happen in the UK?
There'll be a tipping point, and in the tipping point will, I think it will not be bloody, but it will be hard.
Yeah.
The tipping point, I think what's happening at the moment in the UK is the people in power know that they're losing, so they're just trying to extract as much as they can before they get chucked out, in the hope that the next government that takes over will fail, so that they will have a reason for coming back in, let's say, 4, 8 or 12 years.
Yeah.
But if the people are clever and somebody rises with a vision for the future that doesn't involve raping everybody, you know, for want of a better word, then I think it's in your kids' hands, put it that way.
Yeah. With the right to vote, haven't we? So
Yeah.
it is. Okay, I'm just going to pan round here while you have a minute.
Thank you. Taking a minute.
When I first come to this town, Callao Savaje, about a year ago, just over a year ago, you brought me down here on a walk, and you had a particular sort of, not a name, but a reason for bringing me here. Can you remember what it was?
I can't.
No, you told me it's Christine's favourite place.
Oh, and it's Christine's favourite. Actually, at the moment, they've cut back the tree.
Yeah.
So we're not here at the moment, but it's Christine's favourite place to sit.
Yeah, it's a stunning spot. Do you still bring her down? Does she come down?
She doesn't like going out these days. I have to force her to go out on Monday nights.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's fair play because she can't see very well.
Yeah.
She can't hear in one ear. She can't walk or anything. So I got to do everything for her.
Yeah.
Apart from annoy me. That's her job.
How tough is that on you?
A lot of people ask that, you know, and I don't see it as tough, because if it wasn't love, then I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I found out when she got ill, we went to some self-help groups, and I found out that 70% of the partners, mostly male, left their ill partner when they found out they'd got MS. And I said, well, it couldn't have been love then.
Has there ever been any single moment you thought, I've had enough?
What, suicide or divorce or what?
Whatever?
No.
Never ever?
Never ever, no. I mean, there's times when it's hard and you think, I don't want to do this today.
Yeah.
But it's not like give up.
No.
No.
Because now and again, in your vlogs, and I know it's tongue-in-cheek, you say, I can't remember the exact word you use, but you say, that's it. You say something lines of, I live in Tenerife, blah, blah, I've been here how many years. My job is looking after my wife, Christine. Do you see it as a job as well as a duty?
I get paid for it.
Yeah.
No, I do it as a job, because if I didn't do it as a job, somebody else would have to do it as a job.
Yeah.
Right? But I think that what I bring to it is a little bit more humanity and 24/7 service, 5-star service, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you definitely do. Definitely do. I call this a handshake question.
Okay.
One which, as I said on my last one with Rick, do I ask him that or do I not ask him that?
You can ask me anything, I'll tell you.
I'm going to ask you. How long do you think you can carry on doing it?
We do have a contingency plan.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the contingency plan was based on a savings pot that I no longer have.
Yeah.
But I retire at the end of this year, so that pot will be in. So I'll do it as long as I can, but I think my health will give up before Christina stops needing help, if you like.
Yeah.
For want of a better analogy.
Yeah.
So I can see myself doing it until I, first of all, break, or I kick it.
Right.
Yeah. But if I break, then there is a sort of a mental contingency plan in place.
Yeah.
The details aren't worked out, but we know which way we're going.
Well, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hope that's never happens, or it's a very, very long time away. Tim.
I really need to get fit this year.
Yeah.
To do something.
Sure, you will. Sure, you will.
I've been doing it for ages. My original channel was Fit by 50.
Was
I'm
it?
62 now.
That went well.
It did. I deleted them all.
No, I appreciate it, sir. I didn't want to talk about Christine. I wanted to talk about you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do another one of these with Christine another day.
Oh, it'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll invite you onto balcony banter.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Okay, so how long have you been on the island?
Since 2014.
2014.
July the 3rd, 2014.
Any regrets?
No.
That was a quick answer.
Well, why would you regret, coming to a paradise?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So just in relation to what we were just talking about, because Christine's not Spanish, is she? She's from Germany. You're English.
I got a British passport,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're both in what could be described as a foreign country with the life that you've got. To some that would appear quite daunting.
I've seen a lot of people have said that, but I've moved a lot in my life.
Yeah.
So even when I was a kid, I was born in Earlham in Manchester.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it because I was 2 when I was taken out. So the first place I remember is Prestwich.
Yeah.
By Prestwich Hospital, if people know where that is.
Yeah.
North of Manchester, south, sort of east of Liverpool.
Yeah.
And we stayed there until I was, let's say, 4 till 7. At 7, we moved to Unsworth, to a little bungalow. Then we moved around the corner to a big house because my granny died. So I've been pushed from pillar to post. There's no sort of family home.
Yeah.
And then my dad had a breakdown when I was 16.
Yeah.
And they said, right, out the rat race, give up the jobs, sell the house, move to Wales.
Yeah.
So I moved with them to Wales at 17 then.
Yeah.
Or just past 17 it was. And then I stayed there a few years, got married there first time.
Yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah, I was married before.
Right.
Rosina Jones. Yeah. Welsh girl, beautiful Welsh girl.
Yeah.
We were kids, basically.
Yeah.
And when we got to 22, we were different people.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the world, she wanted to settle down.
Yeah.
So basically we drifted apart very amicably, and she actually even got the Pope to annul the marriage, although she's not Catholic, but
Yeah.
Christina's Catholic. So they got that to annul the marriage so that I could marry Christina. So it was quite amicable. And so then I moved to Chester,
Yeah.
to Shotton,
Yeah.
to go to college. Newey D side, I think it was.
Got drunk in Indian restaurants.
And drunk in Indian restaurants. I was a student at the time. Mature student, I was a student. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got a chance to move to Germany.
Yeah.
Then I got a chance to move to America.
Yeah.
Then my job took me over to China and all those places. So it's living in a foreign country.
It doesn't faze you.
Doesn't faze me at all.
No, it doesn't like it phases Christina either.
Well, she came to America with me.
Yeah.
Daughter was brought up in America. She was 3.5 when we went.
So your daughter?
Yeah.
How old's your daughter now?
She's 29.
29. Because we saw her. She came over not so long back, didn't she, with a little girl?
Stephanie.
Yeah, and you got a little granddaughter.
Little granddaughter, Malika.
Yeah. Do you miss them?
No, we got FaceTime, she's regular contact, so unless they want to smell me, that's fine.
Where do they live in?
They live in a place called Geiselhöring in Bavaria.
Bavaria.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
She's married a guy from Ghana, and they've got a plantation in northern Ghana.
Yeah.
His family was part of the chiefs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his parents died in a car crash not so long ago. Well, not so long ago, quite a while ago, in fact.
Yeah.
And so his uncle brought him up.
Yeah.
And his uncle brought his brother and his sister up. His other uncle,
Yeah.
who's now the health minister for Ghana.
Yeah.
So they've got this plantation up in the north, which they've just changed to cashew nuts,
Right.
and it should be fruiting this year. So they've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now.
Would you like to go over at some point?
Chris is not going to travel, so she's not travelling. I'm not travelling.
You're staying.
No.
Fair
That was
enough.
one of the contingency plans. If she goes first,
Yeah.
yeah, is that I'd maybe go and become a plantation owner in Ghana.
That was one of the handshaking questions I was going to ask you, but you've answered it without me asking. If you're the one who's still around,
Yeah.
what would be your plan? What are you going to do?
Well, the plan at the moment was to drink myself to death, but I mean that's not going to happen, is it? As I say, I would support my daughter.
Yeah.
And
No, because linking to what I said earlier, Tim. Sorry to interrupt you. You said, looking after Christine is your job.
yeah,
You'd be jobless.
and not only that, but I couldn't afford to live here
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah.
because Christina's pension and the carers allowance
Yeah.
pay the bills,
Yeah.
and my pension when I get it in October isn't enough to live here
Well,
on its own.
so you'd have to find a way somewhere.
I'd have to either go back to work or do something. Yeah,
Yeah.
magic on the streets.
Magic on the street. Yeah. You're very resourceful. You're very resourceful. You're a natural entertainer in your own way. So
I've never been out of work
No.
unless I wanted to be.
no, absolutely. Good on you. Okay. Couple of shoot questions. What I call shoot questions. Sum up your life with the title of a song.
The Long and Winding Road.
Excellent. How quick was that? You got a criminal record?
Yep.
What for?
Uh,
Woohoo! Hang on. Whoa! Now we're getting there.
Contempt of court.
Whoa! How long ago was that?
Must have been. Must have been 18. So
You missed-
1978.
Misspent youth.
Yeah. No, I was a market trader selling jokes and tricks.
Yeah.
Like fart powder and
Yeah.
snappets and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And I was driving home from a market one day, and I had this full lion's mask on
Yeah.
in the van.
Yeah.
And to cut a long story short, 3 policemen in the front of a mini van
Yeah.
were passing me at 60 miles an hour going north, and I was doing 60 miles an hour going south,
Yeah.
passing at 120 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I could see how they could have made a mistake that I was wearing a lion's mask when it was actually on the dashboard. And that was my mitigating circumstances. So they did me 60 quid for not being able to see the road and highway clearly ahead, and 60 quid contempt of court for a cheeky answer. So I don't know whether it's a criminal record or not.
That is superb. Which court was that? Was that in
Like Pwllheli.
Pwllheli?
Yeah,
Wow.
North Wales, you know.
They probably wouldn't understand what you're going on about anyway.
No, it was probably Carnarvon. I didn't go actually because I wrote it on the back of the thing. You know,
Yeah.
being cheeky, extra 60 quid.
Yeah. Oh man. Have
A lot of money in them days.
Have been thrown out of a pub?
Have I been thrown out of a pub? Underage. Never been thrown out
For bad behaviour?
for bad behaviour.
No, I didn't think you would be.
I've thrown people out of pubs.
Can you play musical instrument?
I'm a guitarist and a mandolinist
Whoa! How come we've never heard that on the channel?
because it's the same as the magic. It's nothing to do with what I do on the channel. And once you've done it, then you've either got to carry on doing it,
Yeah.
or people have seen it and you can't do your party piece again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I can play guitar. I was trained classical
Yeah.
and then turned pop.
Yeah.
To the annoyance of Miss Dunor,
Yeah.
my guitar teacher in, where was she? Rottenstall, I think it was.
Yeah. Oh,
So yeah, I'm a guitarist and I play mandolin.
wow. You will have to do it on your channel sometime, show us.
I'm
People
probably-
want to see that.
Yeah, but I'm probably not good enough anymore, you know what I mean? I can hold a tune, I can sing a bit.
You can sing. I've heard you sing.
Not now.
No, not at the minute. Everyone, the whole island's got a cold at the
I
moment.
know.
It's great. It's us aliens bringing them over, I think, isn't
You
it?
want to carry on?
Yes, we have a walk.
Uh-huh.
Couple more questions, if you don't mind,
No,
Tim.
none at all.
Yeah, a couple more questions, because this is fascinating. The idea of this is we see you guys on your channels doing your do, and I think sometimes, as I said to Rick on the previous one, as viewers, subscribers, yes, you tell us, you in particular and Rick, you're both quite open books, but there's just things that you think to yourself, I wonder if, like, you know, your musical instrument on there, you know.
Were you married before?
How old are you now?
I'm 62, you know.
62. Question I asked Rick the other day, if you could go back to when you were doing your contempt of court in 18 years old or that sort of time, what would you tell yourself, knowing what you know now and where you are now? If you could snapshot, I'm flying back now to when I was 20.
I know what you're asking,
Yeah,
but I'm going to answer scientifically first.
go on.
I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't tell myself anything
yeah,
because that would change my life. You know, going back and messing with the past.
yeah.
But I think what you're saying is, do I have any regrets?
That's what I was leading to, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
I've got this philosophy that everything I've ever done in my life, ever,
Yeah,
has brought me to this moment with you, Col.
yeah.
Do you want to change it?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
Do you, though?
No.
No.
Well, first of all, you can't.
Yeah,
Secondly, if you realise that everything that's ever happened in your life, good or bad, has brought you to this point, you have to make a decision. Are you happy at this point? If the answer's yes, carry on.
yeah.
Macduff. If the answer's no, change it.
Change it then.
It's your life is in your hands.
Yeah. With that in mind,
Yeah.
as a final thought, life is in your hands. You've been very open this morning, Tim, and I thank you for that, because it's the subject matter in your life. It is, if you don't mind me saying so, it could be seen as being quite sensitive. You've sort of hit it head on. In terms of life in your hands,
Yeah.
do you feel your life is in your hands at the minute? And if so, where do you want to be when I come back and interview the 69-year-old Tim?
Well, I also have a philosophy these days that I don't look back or forward.
Yeah,
I look forward to plan,
yeah,
but the art of planning is in the now.
yeah,
So I live for the moment, and every moment has to count,
yeah,
because moments ahead are not guaranteed. And so I've got to the stage where I can't change the past, and the future's in my hands.
yeah,
So the now is the most important bit.
yeah,
I know a lot of people say that, and it sounds sort of like lovey-dovey and spiritual and all that. But basically, as long as you look after yourself now
yeah,
and the people around you, then it can only go good.
yeah,
External things may happen, and you just deal with them as they come.
yeah,
But, you know, to sort of say, why me? Or something like that, it doesn't change anything, you know? So I tend not to do that. I don't dwell on anything. Some things bug me, but then I try and change them. If I can't change them, my dad used to say, if you got a problem, Tim, solve it. If you can't solve it, it ceases to become a problem.
Yeah.
It is now a situation over which you have no control, so forget it.
Yeah, and on that note, Tim, I think that sums how we see you as a person through your channel.
Cool.
Your channel, I want to go to your channel before we wrap up. It's Live with MS in Tenerife.
Or at Timothy Dowd now.
At Timothy Dowd, yeah. Tell the people about that, the ones who won't have seen you.
If you haven't seen me before, my name's Timothy Dowd, making the magic happen. That's a different one. It's Timothy Dowd, Lwmst, living with MS Tenerife.
Yeah.
And I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:55 p.m. Monday is all about you guys. Meet up Monday. If you're on the island, you want to come say hello, come over to the channel and say hello. We meet up in a little bar above the Nebula here in the village at 5:55 and go live for an hour, and then we chit-chat afterwards offline. Wednesday is balcony banter, which is my balcony's right up there, which you can cut in there.
Yep.
Right at the top there, and I look out over the hotel behind us and these rocks behind me here. And we discuss a topic that you've decided on. So if you want to join in on that, you can actually join in on your phone, because we have like a Zoom or a StreamYard type setup. So you can come in and be part of that show.
Yeah.
And Freaky Friday, as we said before, is me in a bar talking to some interesting people, hopefully, or just having a beer.
Excellent.
I go walks Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in the mornings at 9 when I can.
Yeah.
And if you want to come on a walk with me, you can. And if you can't, you can watch.
Okay, so there you go. I'll put a link to Tim's channel down below. Tim, this has been so cool.
Cool.
I was sort of worried about the one I did with Rick the other day, but I was even more worried about this.
No.
But it's been fun. Listen, you have done so much for a lot of people through your channel.
Well, all the bloggers that I know on the island and off the island have all grown.
Yeah.
And we all bring something different, so I don't mind pushing anybody. We're not in competition. I'm in competition with 20,000 million other YouTubers, not 4 people on an island.
No, it doesn't come across as a competition
It
at
isn't.
all. No, and it's a privilege and pleasure to know you guys. And I think you were the first one I actually met on that fateful day when I'd landed off the plane. Yeah, and
well, you're one of us, man. So
I still see myself as a viewer.
No. You're one of us, man. You've done some really good stuff.
Oh, thank
Go
you.
back and check out the King of Cheofita.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
Link up here.
Yeah, put it up there. Listen, thank you so much for 1, appearing on this today. 2, on behalf of all the subscribers and the community you guys have created, everything you've done. And 3, for being so open, because there's some touchy subjects today. And I think you've answered them honestly, with the integrity that you do have.
Thank you.
And it's an absolute pleasure knowing you and calling you a mate.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim.